Hey, everybody. Uh-oh. Hey. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. See, Mr. Producer brought by some other device, and it is what it is. I'll try to figure it out as I go along here. Happy Mother's Day to everybody. I can't sleep. I'm not going to lie. I'm not ashamed of it. It is what it is. I'll figure it out. Everybody knows I've had a lot going on here lately. And anyway, happy Mother's Day for any of y'all that come back and rewatch this. I know I said the other day that I would have like a pre-recorded thing. After I went back and rewatched it, I felt like I probably should have toned myself down a little bit because it was kind of wild. But let me just play this real quick. If you've never heard of Austin Metcalf and Carmelo Anthony, this was on April 2nd of 2025. It happened in Frisco, Texas at a track meet. And both these kids, that's why it's on my thumbnail, beautiful kids, smart, both had 3.9 something averages, leaders their football teams, track teams, and everything else. And for some reason, one of them, shows up to a track meet, and for some reason he is sitting underneath the other team's tent. Okay. And that's what happened. And when he was approached and he was just asked to leave, he didn't. And I think something's hurting my channel because I didn't use words like pew pew or unalived. I don't do that. Okay. And I won't. I'll never do that. I call things what they are. Okay. I'm not trying to be rude. I'm not trying to be hateful. If YouTube hates me for that, sorry, I don't care. If I don't grow, it's okay. I'm speaking my truth. What happens is what it happens. It just is what it is. He killed somebody. Can I not say that? Is that not free speech? Does it hurt my channel? I guess it does. But anyway, I just don't care. I mean, that's not why I'm here. Okay. If I want to fire up a live and talk about, somebody that's a YouTuber out here that's having a baby, and let me talk about her for like 3 hours. Sure, I'd have 300 people here. It's 3 o'clock in the morning too. But I'm just saying, even if it was in the middle of the day, if I decided to do that, people would be here watching and they love it. They love the drama. But if you really want to talk about true crime cases, that's me. I'm not here. Now, I'd like to clown around on some True Housewives. Now, they're funny. They are. They get into all kinds of binds and messes, and they are what they are. But it's not why I'm here. It's not why I'm here. I don't care about that. I care about covering crime stories that matter to me, and that's why I'm here. And I appreciate anybody that comes and watches and rewatches. Just make sure you hit the thumbs up and hit a subscribe, y'all. Because no matter what, I mean, I'll go somewhere here. It's not going to be at a fast pace, because I'm not going to be out here shaming and blaming nobody for stuff that's over YouTube drama. And honestly, after everything that's gone on this past week, I can't with that. I really can't. I mean, I was involved in it at some point, but not like to an extent where some of these people are like, it goes a little far. I mean, it goes a little bit too far. I don't be involved in any of that. I don't care anything about that. And I'm not going to be about that. But if I want to grow a channel really quick, all I have to do is strike up something and be like, let's talk about, Brittany J. Does she really have her daughter? Is her daughter in the NICU? Is she at home? And, why can't somebody carry her groceries up the stairs? I mean, geez, like, come on, bro. I don't care about that. So anyway, we're going to talk about this. This is a case out of Frisco, Texas. Like I said, it happened on April the 2nd, 2025. These are both of these boys were getting scholarships and looking at football scholarships. In my opinion, we should be seeing them playing football somewhere soon. But instead, we're not. And I will say this. I will throw this out here. I don't care if somebody likes it or doesn't. I'm going to shoot straight from the hip, okay? One person, all right, brought a knife to a track meet. So anything that happens after this, I'm sorry. You brought a knife to a track meet. It is what it is. You're not allowed to do that. Those are called rules, and you violated those rules. Now, I know a lot of people will be like, oh, you seem kind of salty about this. No, I'm not salty about it at all. I'm really not. It breaks my heart to see these two boys, and because one's white and one's black, it's turned everything, and it's who is involved in all of this stuff now. That's what gets me. Because that's what's fired all this stuff into a, racial frenzy. It's a racist thing. No, it's not. No, it's not. It's that one student brought a knife to a track meet. For what reason? Shoot if I know. I don't know. These two never allegedly knew each other. And, Carmelo Anthony, like I said, beautiful kid. He was sitting underneath this tent. If you've ever been involved in sports, you can't sit underneath the other team's tent. It's just the way it is. That does not happen. People don't get that. They're like, oh, they were mean to him because they wanted him to move. No, dummy. You don't let people sit underneath your tent from another school. So he was from, I think, Memorial High School. Hang on, let me make sure I don't get them reversed because I can. Hold on here for a second. I think he was at Memorial High School and Austin was at Centennial, but I could have that backwards. Hang on, let me make sure because I don't want to get that wrong. I mean, right here off the bat here. Let me just make that messed up. But I think either way, it doesn't really matter. They both were in the same school district. They don't know each other. I mean, allegedly they don't. I truly think, yes, Metcalf was at Memorial High School and Anthony was a Centennial High School student. Now I'm going to try to keep my cynicism to a minimum. Because I am. It's not so much about Carmelo. I mean, I don't know why he did what he did, but it's just about all the people and his parents and like the way they have handled stuff. It's just been like, to me. I mean, I can't. And the school district down here, I think has been very shady. I do. I think that Austin, his mom asking the school, like, do not let Carmelo walk. Don't let him get his diploma. Like, don't do that. My son can't. Why is he? And he was out on bond, and they would not return her emails. Nothing. It was just a slap in the face. So we're going to start this off from here. Now, I'm going to have to adjust this. Please, 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 just give me some grace here. I think I'm the only one out here really trying to do something. I mean, not besides the big people that, you know I love Jay. Jay's perfect. Jay does everything right, but I don't know about this, and I got to adjust it. But I have been trying very hard. And if I could just get the sound right or whatever, if I hadn't had so many problems, I'd be a hit. I'd be a one-hit wonder, maybe, but I'd still be a hit. All right, let me see something. Hold on.
Had a great hunting trip with me, him, and Austin. And he said, I'm going to come over and see you this weekend. I said, okay, I look forward to it. And he said, I love you, Dad. I said, I love you too, son.
Oh. I know y'all couldn't hear me. I was trying to see if I could hear that. So hang on a second. Let me move this over. And this is from the Washington Post. I'm going to back this up. I just want to make sure I could hear him. And I know I'm sitting here babbling, but you'll get used to it. You'll understand. Then when I get better at this, you'll be like, ISHY, you've grown so much. We are so proud of you. But listen to this. Just listen.
Great hunting trip with me, him, and Austin. And he said, I'm going to come over and see you this weekend. I said, okay, I look forward to it. And he said, I love you, Dad. I said, I love you too, son. Those were the last words I ever heard from him.
We were just one person.
Good gracious. Okay, so I don't know if I mentioned this. I think I forgot. This is Austin and Hunter. Okay, they're twins.
Exactly alike. Like we had no.
Hang on, I can hear. Hang on. Pause. They're twins, and when Austin was stabbed at the track meet, his brother was there. And he died in his brother's arms. It's pretty sad. I mean, it's not pretty sad. It's very sad. It's horrible. It's horrible. And again, like I say, I don't care about. I don't care about like motives or.
We're just one person.
What has happened? I care about the fact that like you brought a weapon to school. It's it. That's it. That is it. That is all. That is it for me. I'm done. You're guilty. Sorry. It's the way it is. All right. Let me let this play. I'm sorry, guys.
We did everything the same. We were just exactly alike. Like we had we had a couple of differences, but most of the stuff we did together, the stuff we had, it's just we felt as one person. So it's just like we just connected so well in everything we did.
His commitment, his work ethic was about football. The boy stayed in the gym. The boy he led the team. He was the leader. He was the glue. He was the driving force of that defense. He carried that team.
Yeah, every time we go to the gym, I get stronger, I get better, I get faster. I got an accomplishment in the weight room in football, and Austin's smile just popped up. It was just so proud of me. Just give me the biggest hug.
He was on his way to becoming a super positive impact in this world. It's not right. You should never bury your children. It's a very unfortunate, tragic outcome, not only for this family, but But I feel for the family of the assailant because his life is over.
Now, did y'all hear that too? That he feels bad for the assailant's family too, because his life's over. Well, we'll see about that because this is what stuff. It just makes me. I get wound up about stuff like this because of the simple fact that I don't think that race matters in crime. I don't really care. I mean, if you commit a crime, you just commit a crime. I don't care if you're black or white or I don't care. It doesn't matter to me. It's about what's right. And I don't get why in the world people get so wrapped up and start trying to cause a, big old, let's just make this into a political thing or a black and white thing. Let's do what we can. And let me show you this. So let me show you his mom. And yes, I am covering more of Austin. And the reason why I do that is because he's the victim. Okay. And if people don't like that, then I'm so sorry. But, I'm sure I could find great pictures of Carmelo Anthony doing great football plays and doing all the stuff. I've said they're both beautiful children. They both are very smart. We should all be watching them playing football. College football. That's what we should be doing, but we're not. And the reason why is because one of them decided to bring a knife to a school. That's it. That's it. And I get fired up about this stuff. And I probably should have kept my last live up. Because it irritates me to no end that people turn this stuff into a race thing. It's like, why and how? What? Okay. How do you do that? How do you honestly do that? How do you turn that into that? Like, what do you do? I'm sorry. Like, it's gross to me. It's called right and wrong. Period. Right and wrong. The end. That's it. So let me share his mom. Now, these are all very sad. And then I'll share with you about the Anthonys. But now we're going to have to break down the Anthonys like they are. Okay. I'm not sugarcoating anything on these people. Not. You get people that get involved and they're a part of the next generation. What? The next generation network. And they're a felon. They beat somebody and they've, harmed a child, 2-year-old, shook them. I don't know if it's a girl or a boy. Yeah. So, see, it's all about, I could have more sympathy and empathy for Carmelo Anthony's family, I guess, maybe, if they hadn't chose such stupid people to represent them. But it's all because they're black and we're just going to come out here and we're going to get these black people to represent us. You don't need anybody to represent you. You know why? You have enough character, shouldn't you, to represent your dadgum self? Because that man right there, he don't have anybody to represent him and he don't care. And he said in the very beginning, he forgave your son. And he felt bad because he felt like your son had ruined his life too. Now, that's why I get fired up. But y'all will learn to deal with me. And if you disagree with me, just post that down in the comments. Like, I'm open, okay? You can try to tell me anything. But I'm just saying what I know, okay? And what I know is what I know. And what I know is one kid brought a knife to school and the other one didn't. And I don't believe all this mess about, he was like mistreating me and he bullied me. Bull. That didn't happen, bro. You were sitting underneath a tent and they told you to move. And you know what you did? You said, touch me and see what happens. Okay, well, they probably touched you because you know what? They're 17. They're probably like, okay, I'm going to touch you. Then he said, push me and see what happens. Okay, I'm going to push you. And then you break out a knife. So that's it. You're done. You're done. I don't get into all this race BS. I don't, y'all. I don't. You have to look at law as law. I mean, not that I'm a lawyer, but I'm just like, you just gotta look at this stuff as what it is. I mean, it's just a deadgum freaking joke, bro. It's like, whatever. These people are just way out there. You get idiots like Dominic Alexander get involved in the case. You know, he's a minister and all. He's such a great person. He's a piece of... Okay, hang on. I'm being hateful. I don't try to be hateful. It's Mother's Day. But I've been a little wound up all week, so I'm just trying to... Let me see something here. I can just play one of these over here, maybe. Well. I mean, I got my other stuff set up, but I just try to find the best one of his mom. Like his mom really struggles with talking, and she can't hardly talk, and Hunter has to talk mainly for her because she's just so freaking upset, and I don't blame her. I would be too.
The Frisco Memorial High School community gathered tonight in grief after the staff.
All right, let's just play this one. Let me try to figure out how to mute myself again and then put this video on. Let me do that. Hold on, guys.
Stabbing death of a teenager at a track meet.
Another teenager, a student at Frisco Centennial, is now charged with the murder. 17-year-old Austin Metcalf's twin brother was at the track with him. His family says he died in his brother's arms. Fox.
I'm sorry. Can y'all imagine that? I mean, honestly, put that. Can you imagine that? I cannot imagine that. And like, they have a sister too, but she's like been just kind of like, she don't talk or anything, and that's fine. But I mean, can you imagine being there and like your twin brother gets stabbed in the heart and you're just like, what in the world? And you're catching your brother and then he dies in your arms? I mean, I cannot. It breaks my heart, y'all. It breaks my heart. And it's Mother's Day. I feel sorry for her. Second Mother's Day without him.
Amelia Jones spoke with the teen's victim's father and is live in Frisco tonight. Amelia.
Steve, Heather, 17-year-old Austin Metcalf had a bright future ahead of him. He was a leader on the football field and a scholar in the classroom. His dad told me he's holding on to memories and leaning deep on his faith as he tries to wrap his mind around this senseless tragedy.
He was going to turn out to be a great individual and impact this world with positivity.
17-year-old Austin Metcalf was voted MVP of the Frisco Memorial High School varsity football team. The linebacker held a near-perfect GPA and was in the National Honor Society.
He was on the right track. He was doing everything right. I was so proud.
Jeff Metcalf never imagined that his son's future would be cut short.
I'm still in shock.
Wednesday morning, Austin Metcalf was at a District 11 5A track meet at Kirkendall Stadium. Around 10 a.m., Frisco police say 17-year-old Carmelo Anthony stabbed Metcalf in the chest after some sort of fight. Jeff Metcalf says it was Austin's twin brother, Hunter Metcalf, who tried to save him.
And his brother was holding him, trying to hold the blood in, and he passed. My son watched his brother die in his arms.
Sorry, guys. I do have to say this. Now, Jeff Metcalf, he's had cancer, and like the parents are divorced and stuff, and he does have cancer, and he's in remission, but I think this is why he is maybe more forgiving than maybe the mom. But he also is speaking out of his heart, like he is, and I'm sorry for the graphic details, but it is what it is.
It's unclear how Anthony got the knife into the meat or what exactly led up to the fight. Anthony is now facing first-degree murder charges, and Jeff Metcalf
It was the best weekend ever.
Is only left with memories.
I was able to watch and be blessed so much. But having both my sons are amazing.
When Jeff Metcalf was diagnosed with cancer 9 years ago, His boys were his strength. Now cancer-free, it's his faith that's keeping him strong.
And when I kissed his forehead today, as his body was cold, I ran my fingers through his hair. I told him it's not goodbye. It's see you later. I'll join you at some point too, son. You just beat me to this place.
Wednesday night, the family's church opened its doors for the community to gather for a prayer vigil to honor a young man whose life touched so many.
But I know he's with the Lord. And I take comfort and peace in that.
In our conversation, Jeff mentioned that he hopes his son's death brings changes to security so no other parent has to go through this. Memorial High School.
And so, yeah, there's that. I mean, you know, maybe that will bring change. I don't know. I mean, I think this is very isolated. I don't think that, like, I don't think that most kids would be bringing a knife to a track meet. I mean, I think there was something else going on. I think there was something going on with Carmelo. I think there was something going on with maybe his dad. Maybe his dad, you know? I mean, I'm just speaking. I'm just saying. Maybe his dad was like looking into all the stats and stuff and seeing that, you know, they're both very close in their GPAs and they're both like very athletic. They're both leaders on their, you know, teams. And maybe his dad was a little pissed. I've heard some stories about that. But anyway, that is just neither here nor there. I feel like I'm way too loud. I might not be, but hang on. Let me pull this up. I just want y'all to see Megan. That's his mom. This is Austin's mother. And you know, I'm sorry. I feel like that the school system, you know, I know they have a lot of liability and they were going through a whole lot of things, but I feel like that they've treated her horribly. And I will cover this. Just not answering her back and just being, just hang on. Let me get Cheeky Poo off. She's so cute. I look so old. I'm just kidding. No, but I don't need her up there. Just saying, she ain't helping nothing. So my point is just that, you know, it's not because of, you know, like what really, why, who is driving this stuff? You know, like, why would the school not answer her back in emails? I mean, she did not want Carmelo Anthony to walk. She didn't want to get him getting his diploma. I said that earlier. And I don't blame her. I wouldn't either. I'd be pissed. I'd be like, don't let this idiot, he's on bond at this moment. Okay? Because Carmelo Anthony, I'm about to pull this up. Carmelo Anthony, he admitted that he did it right after he was arrested. Well, after they caught him. Let me not call that arresting. Okay, let me just say that they caught him. He's crying. He's just like, they tried to put their hands on me and I was trying to defend myself. I'm sorry. I mean, this stuff makes me sick because then he's like, do you think I can get like self-defense? And is Austin going to be okay? Like, what the, are you kidding me, bro? You know exactly where you stabbed him at. I can't with that. I cannot. You can't. So hold on. SouthernISH is wound up, and I'm sorry, guys. I'm gonna calm down here for a minute, and I'll be fine. I really get upset about. I get upset over the division of race. I get so sick of that because I hate it. It happens all the time here, and I'm just like, whatever, you know. I have to be careful. My kids told me they did not want me covering true crime a long time ago, and this is the reason why I never started a channel. Then I met Nashie, and she's like, you better. So I am, and I'm doing what I'm doing, and I'm glad of that. And I don't care if I have 35 viewers. I don't care if people don't watch my channel. It's okay. You'll learn. I keep pushing on, guys. Do y'all ever know? Well, never mind. That'll be off topic. But I'll keep on pushing it on and I'll make it happen. And it will. I mean, I'm not leaving my nursing career. I love it. But I'm just saying, like, this stuff matters to me too. I have a lot of interest in life. Okay? So it'll take a hot minute for y'all. And that's okay. No big deal for me. I'll still be here putting out stuff. Y'all can watch it, hit the like, and subscribe. I'll be fine. Oh, gosh. See, and then when you try to look up his mother, all you can get is Carmelo Anthony's mother. Well, you know what? Maybe that's fair. Let me just play her for a minute. Because, well, hang on a second. Let me save this. This might be it. And then I'll go to, I'm sorry, I call them the Looney Tunes because they just are to me. I cannot with them. Oh, yeah, this is some weird mess. Never mind. I had all of this stuff pulled up earlier, like 3 days ago when I did my pre-live thing. Hold on. But I have a good point of this because, like, when you compare the two, it's like, bro, stop it. Just stop it. You can tell. I gotta put my readers back on because I can't see nothing. You know what I want to do? I want to do LASIK. I know this is like so off topic, but while I pull this up, I mean, I really do. I don't know if any of y'all have had LASIK, but dang. I wish I had it. I mean, if it would fix it, I have bad astigmatism. I mean, I can't even get up in the middle of the night and go to the bathroom without my glasses on, y'all. I mean, I can't if I feel around and I'm like, where am I? I can make it to the bathroom, but I'm just like, I can't see nothing. Oh, and there was a whole lot of stuff with being swatted and all this mess, and that was just freaking gross to me.
It's a terrifying, gut-wrenching, incomprehensible scene.
Hold on. Shh. Bro. Hang on. I know I tell them to hush. I know y'all laugh at me, but I'm like, I did that with Ted a lot, too. I was like, shh. I'm not ready for you yet. Hang on. This is it. This is it. Let me bring this up real quick. So this is the first video with Megan Metcalf and Hunter. Now, I gotta say this. Okay, so I don't feel so bad because he messes up the names. He does. He messes up the names. Hunter is alive. Hunter's sitting right there. And I think that threw Megan off more. And then she really just couldn't talk. But she does not talk much either. She really doesn't. She's just been too brokenhearted to do so. And I don't blame her. I mean, I'd be the same dang way. And I'd be really hot and bad if you did something to my kid. Definitely would be. All right, so let's play this. This is from Fox News. We're going to turn that up. Hang on a second. Let me do this.
It's a terrifying, gut-wrenching, incomprehensible scene in Frisco, Texas, just 20 miles north of where I sit here today. A high school track meet yesterday turned deadly. 17-year-old football star Austin Metcalf was stabbed in the heart and left to die in his twin brother's arms after a fight broke out yesterday. The suspect was allegedly told he was sitting in the wrong seat in the stands of the stadium before drawing a knife and attacking Austin. Police have yet to reveal what led up to that moment, but we do know the other student.
Sorry. And again, I'm just going to keep pointing this back again. You can't have a knife on school property. You can't have a knife at a school event. You can't have it at a track meet, not a football game. Nothing. So I really don't know what the big deal is here about trying to fight for, Carmelo Anthony and his rights. Like, stop that. Like, stop that. That's so stupid to me. Like, I don't even understand people that even buy into this stuff because it's so bizarre to me. If my kid did something like this, I'd be really pissed. I would. I'd be really pissed. I'd be embarrassed. I would be so freaking embarrassed that my kid did something like this that I would hold my head down and I would not be, rising up. But you'll see them. They all rise up. They raise a bunch of money. Honey, they raise a bunch of money. And you know what? Carmelo Anthony has a public defender. Isn't that crazy? Because they raised over $600,000 freaking dollars. And he still wound up with a public defender. These people are trash. I'm sorry. It ain't because of their color. It's because of their character. And if you want to quote Martin Luther King, that's what he says. And that's what I'm saying. People are trash. Not based off your color of your skin, but based off of your character. And yes, Carmelo Anthony, your parents, bro, feel bad for you, bro. Because I don't know if they were involved in something weird with you. I don't know if they were jealous. I don't know, daddy ball. Have y'all ever heard of, hang on, I'm going to do this real quick. Pardon me. Have y'all ever heard of daddy ball? Where dads get way too involved. Like my ex-husband did this with my son with football. I mean, or baseball. Like they all get involved into it. It's like competitive and it gets nasty and it gets weird. It gets really weird. People get very competitive. And I've always wondered if maybe, Carmelo's dad, maybe he was studying Austin. Again, they're in the same school district. They just don't go to the same school. Just something for y'all to think about. But okay. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to get off on a tangent, but hang on a second. Let me go back to this.
Has been charged with murder. Joining me now is Austin's mother, Megan Metcalf, and his twin brother, Hunter. Megan, Hunter, thank you for being with me today. I can't imagine how difficult of a day, and I have to start with how sorry I am of what you're going through this morning, this afternoon. I think I'd like to just start. I'd love to just start with tell me about Hunter. If you could, Megan, tell me about your son.
Now, see, that's Hunter. I think that's why she got more upset and couldn't talk, because that is Hunter. Austin is the one that died. And I think that threw her off a little bit. And it threw him off a little bit. But he's so sweet when he's just like, let me talk for my mom for a second. I mean, I thought it was very sweet. Y'all might be like, whatever. No, I thought it was very sweet of him.
I think I can speak for her for a little bit, so she just calms down just a little bit. But as me, I know I'm a little more, spontaneous. I like to do stuff all around and just get out of line sometimes. And, Austin's always was there to check on me and keep me straight so I wouldn't be in trouble and do anything like that.
Hunter and Megan, whenever you feel ready, jump into the conversation. If you never feel ready, that's completely understandable to me and everybody else watching. Hunter, thanks so much for being able to do this today. Just a little more about your brother, Austin. From what I understand, I think he has it in his social media bio, 3.96 GPA student. Mm-hmm. Certainly, definitely into football. And it looked, when I was looking into him last night, he was very interested in being recruited to play football in college.
Yes, sir. He was very highly recruited, just like coming out of his junior year. He's had a really great year, and everyone on the team, coaches, everyone knew around the area just knew that he was about to do big things in football. But besides his GPA, man, that dude was extremely smart, always in the books. He just came to him real easy, and just him playing with football as well just made him just a great person overall.
Megan, we'll try this again, both of us, and we'll see how far we get. When I read your story last night, obviously this is not about me. I have a 17-year-old son. I live 20 miles south of you. My son's in Frisco every night playing soccer, and we have a lot of friends who knew Austin. So the circles got tight, and this hit really close to home. And I'm just so sorry for you. Can you explain us at all today how you feel? It's just got to be so. The word I keep coming back to, Megan, is incomprehensible. How could this happen at a track meet?
It is. She just took my son is gone, and I don't really have words. I've tried to figure out what I was going to say, but he's just going to be so missed by mostly our family, but this whole community has really wrapped their arms around us. And if I could say anything to the nation, I would say to make sure that you just hug your babies tight, because you don't know when the last time you get to do it.
Hunter, I know you were.
I'm just gonna cut her off right there because that's hard. Like, that's hard. It's Mother's Day, and there's so many things that are just very sad about this. I want to pull up this arrest report from Carmelo Anthony real quick, if I can. And I'm going to read it to you. Lord have mercy. It is long. All right, so let me get to this. All right, so here's Carmelo Anthony, and he's a beautiful kid. He is. He is. He's very talented. He just made a very stupid decision. And why, I don't know, but he did. And it is what it is. Let me see if I can make this where it's bigger for y'all. Hold on. I'm learning, people. I'm growing. Growing. All right, so let's see. On April 2nd, 2025 at 10:01 hours, I, Staley School Resource Officer E. Cortez, heard over the radio dispatch call out a stabbing at David Kirkendall Stadium. FPD call notes indicated an athlete was stabbed. The suspect was reported as being a black male wearing a gray hoodie and blue sweatpants. I'm gonna read it over here because I can't see all that, y'all. I love y'all. Whoever watches me, just love me back. I think it's good. Oh, hang on. Let me move my microphone over here so y'all can hear me reading and watching this. I immediately left my office and ran across the Staley Middle School parking lot towards a southwest entrance into the stadium. As I entered the stadium, 2 high school students informed me that the victim was on the north end of the stadium by the bleachers under a Memorial High School tent. I did not identify these students. Next, I proceeded, and this is one thing too that will come up. So this trial is coming up on June the 1st, okay? There's lots of students and stuff that they saw things, and then I'm kind of glad that they kept that kind of quiet, but we never heard what their testimony was. We never saw what they saw. But at the end of the day, you'll see here, little Carmelo Anthony, he confessed to it. He did. So he's guilty. I'm sorry. He is what he is. It is what it is. But I just want y'all to wait and see who gets involved. And then why it turns into just a complete and total situation. All right, next I proceeded toward the north end of the stadium, visitor side on foot. As I got closer on the north end, I could see the Memorial High School tent with multiple individuals under the tent. Once I arrived onto the north side bleachers, an adult male who was on the track pointed out the suspect. And then it's in parentheses, I was not able to identify the witness. The individuals that pointed out to me was a black male wearing a gray hooded sweater, it should say sweatshirt, I'm sure, and dark colored Nike pants. The suspect at this point was on the track on the north end. There was a chain link fence that separated me from the suspect, and I gave the suspect instructions to keep his hands up in the air. During this time, the suspect said verbally out loud, I was protecting myself. Okay, so I want to point this out to you. All right, so I don't know if Carmelo had something going on with himself, maybe a little mental issue. I mean, not being funny, I'm being honest. It could have been, but he automatically is defensive, and then he's going to confess to this. He's going to say he did it. And he's not just going to say, I did it. You'll hear how he says it. I gave the suspect instructions, okay, to keep his hands up in the air during this time. The suspect said verbally out loud, I was protecting myself. It should be noted that I had not questioned him at all about this incident when he made that comment. So, see, he's just talking. Carmelo ran. He threw the knife somewhere and he's just talking. Okay? He's just talking. I asked him if he had any weapons on him and he said no. I patted him down for weapons while we were walking along the fence, and I did not locate any on his person. I instructed this male to continue walking along the fence, which he complied, towards an area where there was an opening in the fence that led off the track. While walking him off the track, he's still on the track. Okay? This happened immediately afterwards. While walking him off the track, the suspect also said, he put his hands on me. I then detained the suspect. I don't mean to laugh. It's just that, like, I mean, what do you mean he put his hands on you? What's wrong with you, kid? What's wrong with you, kid? I think you said, like, put your hands on me and see what happens. I think that's what you said, bro. And that's what happened to you. So don't ask for things that you don't want to happen to you. All right. I then detained the suspect in handcuffs. Handcuffed behind his back, had him sit down on the ground. Officer A. Ritchie, after he gave me consent, no weapons were located. While the suspect sat on the ground, I advised that I had the alleged suspect. And the suspect responds and says, I am not alleged. I did it. Do y'all see that right there? Do y'all see this right here? Oh, I can't. I can't even highlight this. Anyway, it's right here. And this is what blows my mind. Right here. I'm going to be moving my screen around. I got to behave. Yeah. Right here. Right here. The suspect then responds and says, I'm not alleged. I did it, bro. Are you trying to write like a rap song? Like, what's up with you, kid? Like, why are you so proud of it? What's your issue? Man. Okay, next, Officer Ritchie and I walked the suspect to the patrol vehicle number 24112. This Officer A. Ritchie patrol vehicle, which was on the northeast gate of, I don't know how to say this. I say Kirkendall, but that's not it. It's like Kirkendall Stadium. As we were walking to the squad car, the suspect was emotional and said, he put his hands on me, and I told him not to. I did not question the suspect about the incident while he was being escorted to the patrol vehicle. I searched this person once again, and I had him sit on the back seat area, the driver's side of the patrol call, or the patrol vehicle number 2412. While the suspect was in the back seat, I noticed fresh blood on his left middle finger. I verbally acknowledged that I saw the blood out loud so that it would be captured on my body-worn camera. It should also be noted that the suspect asked me, is he going to be okay? While I was in the back seat. I then identified the suspect and he provided his name and his date of birth verbally as Carmelo Anthony, black male with a date of birth of whatever, which I ran through FPD dispatch. Officer J. Hancock arrived on the scene and remained with me and the suspect at this point. Carmelo Anthony then checked via eSchool database for, okay, whatever. This is how they confirmed his identity. The identifying information he provided matched the individual I had in custody, Carmelo Anthony. Next, I was advised by Sergeant Holland to transport the subject to the Frisco Police Department jail. Officer Hancock, and I transported him to the Frisco, jail. Again, I did not question Carmelo about the incident. Upon arriving at Frisco jail, Carmelo was escorted inside the intake area. FPD jail staff changed him out into jail attire. I remained with the jail staff the entire time. He was changed over. The clothes that Carmelo was wearing was placed in a FPD paper evidence bag. The clothes remained in my possession from this point on. Upon Carmelo being placed into a jail cell, I continued to keep possession of his clothes. I returned to my patrol number 2412 along with Officer Hancock, which was the FPD Sally Port, and placed Carmelo's clothes in the back trunk area. I drove patrol vehicle number 2412 out of the Sally Port and parked the squad car in the FPD crime scene technician the FPD, patrol parking area. Carmelo's clothes remained in the trunk area of the vehicle number 2412. FPD crime scene technician K. Dillard then took possession of Carmelo's clothes. I added my body-worn camera to the case. I have no further information to report. Okay, so there's that. And then, let's see. And it's the same thing. Like, look, it's the same stuff. Okay, so this is just somebody else talking about the same thing. Look, this guy, he says he's not alleged. I did it. I mean, there is no question about his guilt. I don't understand where we come to. I mean, do y'all really want me to read this? I don't want to read this. I mean, I don't want to read the whole thing. It's the same damn thing. It is what it is. Hang on. Let me back this up for a second. Never mind. See, I can't be funny because my point is that, listen to me. Carmelo Anthony was not mistreated. He wasn't. There's nothing about Carmelo Anthony that has ever happened to him that was bad or was mistreated. He said it. He said he did it. And he said he was not alleged. He did it. Okay. Cool. I got you. So then you should be facing the consequences of that, right? Let me look at this. Because all this is talking about is the death. And look, all that's really sad. There's athletic trainers. Well, maybe y'all need to hear this, though. Hang on. Let me start reading again. On Wednesday, April 2nd, 2025, around 10:01, Frisco Police Department officers were dispatched to Frisco Independent School District, David Kirkendall Stadium. Blah, 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 blah. Hang on. The Frisco Police Department Emergency Communications was receiving an emergency call regarding an athlete that was stabbed. The originally unknown assailant was a black male wearing a gray suit. It's just so repetitive, bro. It's like, okay, you did it. All right, let me see if I can find something that's different. Then I don't want to keep reading this. I just don't. And I'll post this in the bottom of the live, but I don't want to keep reading this. It's ridiculous. I mean, he admitted that he did it. I don't get it. And I really wish I could use Reckless. I love him. I've watched him for a year now. He is so on top of this. And he probably wouldn't care if I did. I mean, I'm a small, tiny little channel. I don't even have hardly any subscribers. If you want to subscribe, please do. Or at least hit the like. Hang on. Okay, so let's just read this part. He was also... hang on. The call, okay. They arrived at the stadium and began walking up to the location. At around this time, Officer Cortez and Officer Ritchie were walking a black male suspect away from the stadium. The suspect was crying hysterically. Please see the other involved officers' narratives for their involvement. I feel like I'm too loud. Am I too loud? I'm sorry. Y'all been complaining I'm not loud enough. So I'm like, I don't know, I'm loud enough. So I don't want to make your ears bleed, but I'd rather be heard than not. Sergeant, Otis walked up to the visitor bleachers and observed the victim being treated by Frisco Fire Department personnel and also the athletic trainers. The weather began to turn and it began to heavily downpour rain at this time, and some of the FISD staff moved the memorial tent to cover the victim. God, that's sad, man. And the FFD personnel. Sergeant Otis began using his city-issued phone to snap crime scene photos to preserve as much of the scene as possible. Due to the weather and the large gathering of people that were involved in the incident, and other officers began to set up a crime scene with tape, moving non-essential personnel out of the way. The officers on scene were informed that the knife that was used was tossed and was still believed to be somewhere close. Eventually, one of the witnesses said that they remember seeing it on bleachers still. And Officer Shawls was able to locate the knife. It was located between rows 9 and 10 near seat 30, closest to the aisle, partially open. The rain began to come down again heavily, and it was determined that instead of moving the knife, the officers would just cover it with a large blue tarp. Sergeant Otis assisted in preserving the immediate crime scene as much as possible, while the other personnel tended to the victim and eventually transported him. At around this time, Officer Wetzel had the crime scene log and began logging the individuals on the call to the best of his abilities. Lieutenant Crawford and Pemberton relieved Sergeant Otis of the scene. Sergeant Otis went back to the police department to download his body cam and the photos he took with the city-issued photos. Sergeant Otis's city-issued phone had a total of 33 photos that were used to document the incident scene. I really can't imagine that. I don't like reading, y'all. I'm sorry, but I'm reading this just to show you, this is what it is, but I can't imagine seeing that. And I mean, I'm a nurse, but I can't imagine what they saw with those 33 photos include. During the download, the initial photos formatting was incompatible with the crime scene folder. He re-downloaded the photos that he took, and they were able to be saved properly for preservation of evidence. At this time, there is nothing further to add to this report. All right, so then we move along. This is at 5 o'clock in the afternoon. These are just different officers talking about what they did. If you want, I'll just post this underneath there and y'all can read it. But what I really want to get to, and it's not about sitting here reading. I can't stand it when people sit here and read documents. I get bored and I'm like, I'm bored. I can't do that. Let me just move along here for a second. I'm going to, hang on. Let me take that off of here and I'll make sure I put this in the links at the bottom. So let's move on here. I want to introduce you to somebody that he's great. Okay. He's part of what's wrong with America. He's part of what is wrong with any kind of race issue. These people insert themselves into crimes, and it's because they feel like they're worthy. They call themselves a minister, but they have a criminal history themselves, honey. And I can't stand it. Oh, I have to calm down again because this is why I did not do my last. I did not post my last one, my one that I had already pre-recorded. And so I'm not going to mess this up. I'm trying to be calm, but I can't stand people like this. I can't. I just can't. Now, we're going to watch. Now, y'all have seen Austin's dad and Austin's mother talking. Now, this is the first time we're going to see Carmelo Anthony's mom. Now, I don't mean that rude, but I mean, she just acted like a twat to me. I mean, I don't like her. She could have been a stand-up individual and not had some man come around and tell her what to say. And that's what she's done. That's exactly what she did when she hired Dominique Alexander. And her dad and her husband. I mean, both of you. I don't understand either one of you. Like, y'all, what, you're not tough enough yourselves to defend your kid? I mean, why? Oh, that's right, because we have to turn this into a race thing. Now, I'm just telling y'all, there's been a lot of misappropriation of funds, allegedly, and they raised a whole lot of money. And like I said, Carmelo Anthony, he's facing trial on June the 1st, and he has a public defender. So tell me how that worked out. What y'all do with the money? And there's been a lot of speculation in this entire thing. About what they were doing with money. They bought a big home. They have cars. They do all these things. But I want you to listen to what Carmelo Anthony's mama says about her husband and how he can't work because he's so mentally messed up. Really, bro? Why aren't you talking? I don't understand this whole thing. Hang on. I'm getting ahead of myself. I'm going to show you. I'm going to show y'all exactly what I'm talking about. This whole thing, when it first happened, I was like, why is she talking for you? Well, it's because that's what, Dominique Alexander probably told them to do. Y'all do this. It'll make it more, pitiful. And he is freaking pitiful. I can't stand that. It's funny. You can put these two things together. Dominique Alexander equals DA. It could be, he's a dumbass, in my opinion. Can't stand the man. Cannot stand him. He's a criminal. Sorry. I know I bang on my computer. I do that at work too. I'm like, and then I'll like, it's kind of like back in the I Love Lucy days when she would like, I'm sorry. I don't mean to do that. I could mute myself. Hang on. Sorry, I felt lonely. Felt like y'all should have heard me typing. I'm just kidding. I'm just joking, guys. Hang on, I gotta find the right one because yeah, okay, here we go. Yeah, okay. Hold on a second. Oh, well, hang on. Before I show this one, I should probably hang on. Don't start. Don't you start yet, ma'am. I probably should show this. Let's see. So, all right. They have this press conference. The first one is when Carmelo is like let out on bond. And he was like, there's $1 million bond. Was it $1 million? No, $100,000 bond. Sorry, $1 million would be a lot. $100,000 bond, and then it was just released down to $250,000, and they were able to post that, because they got Dominique Alexander doing their thing with the Next Generation Action Network. Whatever. Now, I will say this. I didn't know why Jeff Metcalf showed up here, but he did. But I don't really think it was that big of a deal. And then, Dominique Alexander, he acts like, we have, well, hang on. I'll show it to you. Oh my gosh, I can't with this. My back hurts. I'm so And I really don't think that Jeff Metcalf showed up there to be anything. He said he had forgiven them. And I don't think that when he showed up, I don't think that he realized that these people had, they ain't lawyered up, but they've gotten all into the minister, man, that is all a part of the Next Generation Action Network. So I think he was honestly there to extend an olive branch. And if you disagree with me, please put it down in the comments below. I will listen. I don't care. I'm fine. But I think that that's what he thought. I think he was just going there to make peace. He's brokenhearted. He's upset about his son. And I think he just went there. He didn't do anything. All he did was stand there. And then they get all mad because they're like, we don't know who he is. Why is he staying here? And it's weird. And like, oh, shut up, you little whiny little man. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm terrible. I'm not really terrible. I'm very opinionated about this. I feel like what if Carmelo's family had never gotten involved with Dominique Alexander? I mean, the sad thing is that Carmelo has moved off. He's gone to college. People don't know that. He's been to college. Oh, and then they got so upset when he had to go back to prison a couple weeks ago. Bro should have never been out of prison. Sorry. Not sorry. He couldn't even stay in their home or their new home, the new home they bought from all this money that they raised on Gifts and Go. They couldn't do that. And then it was just like, it's just crazy. It's crazy to me how, they raised all this money and they just, at Ostrich, oh my gosh, I love you. Thank you for being here. I'm just sitting there talking to myself because I said I'm going to do this live because the pre-recorded one that I did the other day did not work. So you let me put you to sleep, honey. You go to bed. So anyway, the thing is that this whole situation should have never been blown up like this. If they had kept themselves to just their true self and not gotten involved with Dominique Alexander and the, Next Generation Action Network, then they might have gotten a little further in life. But it's heartbreaking to hear how Austin Metcalf, his mama, was just like, do not let him walk. Please don't let him get his diploma. Please do not let him. My son can't. Please don't. He's on bond. And they ignored her. And that's a problem. That's a problem. But here we go. Let's watch this. Track me. Yeah, I can't with this. And here's the thing, too. All right. Jeff Metcalf never did anything here. He was just standing there. Now, I might find that weird. Like, it is sad. It's very sad. It's heartbreaking, honestly. It is. And Carmelo, I don't know if... Ostrich, I'll talk to you while you're here. I'm just saying, I've always wondered if his dad, Daddy Ball, and how that goes. I've always wondered if his dad did not have something to make Carmelo flip and try to do something, because these boys were both beautiful, smart, talented, and they were both getting scholarships. And I've always wondered if that was not something, because Carmelo was broken when he was caught. He was crying hysterically, and it was almost like he didn't even realize what he did. I know he does know what he did, but I'm just saying, like, I just looked in different things with this, but no, it just makes me sick. Like, the whole thing makes me sick. All right, let me pull this up real quick. I want to find the one that's longer. Oh, here we go. I love this one. This is by TMZ. Well, no, I don't want to give them a look. It's just that they act like that, the Jeff shows up there to do something. It's not that he did anything. He was just there. Well, it could be Ostrich. I'm just saying. Like, I mean, it just seems like I did some research, but I can't find my notebooks. If I can find my old notebooks of this, it seems like I read that somewhere. But okay, here we go. Here we go. Oh no, this is not gonna be a video though, and I don't like the New York Post. Hold on a second, because that's not gonna be accurate. Ostrich, is my sound okay, or do I sound funny? I mean, I sound funny because I talk funny, but I'm just saying, do I sound funny? Ostrich is asleep, but I love her for being here because I just need to check baby, 1, 2, 3. Okay. Is that the one I had? It does? Okay, good. Because Mr. Producer brought something over here new and I was like, I don't like this thing. I have to stop and start and whatever. But if it's better, then that's good. Because I'm not going to keep stopping. I feel like I said earlier, I was like, if I wanted to fire up a channel on
if you do
Brittany J, I'd be fine. I could have 300 subscribers here and everybody just be talking, and I don't want to do that. That's not what I'm about. But my channel is just slow growing, but it's growing, baby. And Ostrich, you better hit that thumbs up. I love you for being here. I do. No, not by now. Let's skip. Can we skip through this? Like, I don't know why this happens, but whatever. Okay. Y'all can't see this. It's fine. I'm just some stupid. Okay, hang on.
From Frisco.
Let me bring this over here. All right.
Where the press conference was supposed to happen. And Joe, but here at the station, we've been hearing different things about why it hasn't started. So what can you tell us?
Yeah, that press conference was supposed to start here at 11 o'clock. We're here in downtown Dallas. This press conference was precipitated by Next Generation Action Network, a Dallas-based.
Ooh. So I have to learn how to transition between these two. But yeah, this is why it's dramatic, because the reason why it's dramatic is because they're making it out like the Jeff Metcalf is there and he's weird and he's not doing anything. And like, we don't know what he's doing here. And like, it's so scary. And oh my gosh, like, why is he here? He's just standing there. He's not doing anything. He was really, I think he had no idea that the Next Generation Action Network was even involved in anything. And he was just there to meet with the parents. But anyway, hold on a second. Let me get back to that. Oh my gosh.
Advocacy group speaking on behalf of the Carmelo Anthony family. You know, over the last 2 weeks, we've been getting press statements from them. This was the opportunity to hear from them for the first time. We're now hearing from Dominique Alexander with Next Generation that this press conference has been delayed. I'm going to have Billy Bryant, who is one of our photographers, go out, show you a lot of the people here still waiting for this press conference to happen. And the reason.
Okay. And the reason is because, let me rewind that for a second, is because there's Jeff Metcalf. That's Austin Metcalf's dad. He's just standing there. So why is that holding y'all up? Well, what's the problem? Y'all want to have drama. That's what it is. Sorry. Just is what it is.
Still waiting for this press conference to happen. And the reason for this delay is because Austin Metcalf's father is here, Jeff Metcalf. As you know, Carmelo Anthony was arrested, charged with murder in the death of Austin Metcalf. Police say Metcalf was stabbed with a knife at a track meet in Frisco. You see there a picture of Jeff Metcalf. He is on his phone. Had a chance to talk with somebody there with Next Generation Action Network. They tell us they've asked Jeff Metcalf to leave. He said no. They said they were going to call DPD to remedy this situation, have Jeff Metcalf leave, because there's, according to Next Generation, they are not going to have both families here in the same location.
Oh, me. See, they would never have both families there, bro. I mean, I don't know if you just stepped off the plane or whatever. I don't really care. They're never going to have both families there because the Next Generation Action Network is all about fraud. And the dude, you know, Dominique Alexander, maybe you haven't looked into him, buddy. He has a criminal record. He's a felon. He shook a baby. 2 years old. Caused permanent damage. Also domestic violence. But yeah, if that's what you're worried about there at this thing, because Dominique Alexander and the Next Generation Action Network, that's so important. Like, I mean, stop it. Stop it. You should do more research, sir. You should. You should be ashamed of your coverage. And they didn't even go out there and even ask his dad to leave. It wasn't anybody that was important. Just somebody else that came up to him. He didn't know who they were. I honestly think he was there to reach out and he had no idea what he was even walking into. You know, he did say he forgave him. He did. I don't guess that fits a good narrative for news, I guess. Probably not.
At the same time, they said there's a court order that says that. We've been looking through some of our documents. I don't think there's anything that says that per se. Now there is some language that says Carmelo Anthony cannot have any connection with the Metcalf family in any way. So we're still trying to figure out what's going on here. Still a very fluid situation. Again, a delay here. It's supposed to start at 11 o'clock. It is now after 11:30. We'll see what ends up precipitating here.
Obviously very heightened when you have this situation in both families in the same room when they haven't had this before. So that is understandable. Okay, well, listen, we'll check back in with you. We know you're talking to people, and we'll get to the bottom of it. Thank you so much, Jobin. But Jobin Paniker is live this.
Yeah, thanks, dude. Let me get you to the nuts and balls of this thing. Hold on. Nuts and bolts, not nuts and balls. That's weird. Sorry, I'm tired. Let me show. Because this trial is going to be absolutely a mess. An absolute freaking mess. And it's all because of Dominique Alexander. Maybe I should show who he is first. Nah, let me just do this. I'm sorry, guys. I know. Wow. Well, I don't know who I'm I mean, unless Ostrich is here. Or she might have fallen asleep, but that's okay. Because it's late. And I'm only doing this because my sleep schedule is all jacked up. It's been a long 8 days or so. Have they set a trial? Yes. It's June the 1st. June the 1st, girl. Okay, I don't want her though yet because she just comes out talking and I don't need that. I need, but the problem is they have like limited it to, you know, there's not going to be a lot of press there, Ostrich. And so, you know, I mean, I don't know. All I want is justice. Like, at the end of the day, and I know you haven't been up all night, you haven't been listening to me, but I'm just saying, like, at the end of the day, like, when you bring a knife to a track meet, I'm sorry, and you harm somebody, you stab them in the heart, which I say these words, it's like I said before, I don't care. I'm going to speak the truth. I don't care about YouTube growing my channel. I mean, I want to grow my channel, but, like, I'm not going to not say words. I mean, I'm going to speak the facts. This is what happened. He stabbed him in the heart. That's what happened. So I'm not here to try to, you know, just skirt the truth on things. Like, it blows my mind, bro. Cannot. Hang on a second here. Yeah, here we go. So, oh, sorry, honey. Oh. I'm sorry. Oh, yeah. And I'm only doing this because I'm not going to be able to do anything today. Hopefully I'll be with my mom. Yeah, I thought Nash's funeral would be this weekend, but it's not going to be until Wednesday. So. Okay. Why can I? Hold on. I'm sorry. Okay, here we go. Nah. This guy just he drives me nuts. I swear. Don't make me sign into this. Hell. Hold on, guys. Hang on a second. I'll condense this. I'll fix it on CapCut or something and repost it. Gosh. I had this. Yeah. Oh,
the parents of the teenager charged with stabbing and
hang on. I'm thankful that I've known her, and I'm thankful that I got to know her here. And she always mean a lot to me, Ostrich. She will. I don't know why this is so hard now to find this. Oh, here we go. Here, this is probably a good one. But I don't know if this is going to be the weird one with just her talking, but whatever. I'll still make fun of her. I'm not trying to be mean. I'm not mean. Oh, here he is. Yep, let's listen to him. We got to listen to him, y'all. we got to listen to him.
I want to start off this press conference to say something as a deep note that I can tell America. What we've seen at the beginning of this press conference, the father being at this press conference, these are my words. Don't quote anybody. Is a disrespect to the dignity of his son. Next Generation Action Network from the beginning has respected the loss of life. No matter our opinion of it, we have kept our opinion close. We have not attacked. We have not shared the information that was shared with us about Austin Metcalf.
Hold on. His name is Metcalf. So first of all, bro, you need to, speak respectfully about the deceased. Second of all, bro, like, I can't stand you. I think you are a total fraud. And I think this family getting involved with you is a ridiculous decision on their part. But they can do what they can. I mean, they do what they do. Do what you do. Do what you do. Isn't that right? I mean, I don't really care, Dominique. I am. Oh, because, they're saying that because he was there, which he forgave Ostrich, he forgave Carmelo. But then they got with this quack. This dude is like a part of the Next Generation Action Network, and he's a minister, and he's got a long record of domestic violence and shaking a 2-year-old baby. But he's saying for him to show up there was just disrespectful. Whatever. Like, he's a moron. This guy is a moron. Probably not going to do better. I should have probably just posted my last one that I had as a pre-record, because I'm probably going to clown around about him, because I cannot deal with this man. He is just so absolutely entitled and disrespectful. And like, I can't believe that people like these two over here, Carmelo's family, how they let this man lead him around. He's like a handler, in my opinion. It's just my opinion. Anyway, let me keep on playing it.
Because we respect the dignity of life and loss. And as a minister, I would not attack a grieving family, even if I disagree with them. When I have stood before this podium for people who have died at the hands of law enforcement, I have asked for that same manner of respect.
Oh my God.
And even when the shoe is on.
Sorry. And what are you talking about, sir? Like, what are you talking about? You're not making no sense. You sound like you're kind of speaking out your, sounds like you got a lot of issues with the law. And I think you do, right? You're not big into law enforcement, is that right? You don't like law enforcement. You don't like it, do you, Dominique Alexander? Why is that? Oh, I forgot. Because you beat wives and you beat girlfriends and you pick up their children and shake them. Isn't that right, Dominique? But I love the fact that you're out here trying to really talk. Keep talking, bro. I'm listening.
On the other foot, I will not do that. And all I'm going to say, so it don't be asked later, is that was disrespectful and just shows you all the character.
Oh my gosh. See, this is what burns me up here. I don't care about the character that you think that somebody else is showing. You know what? Your character, sir, sucks. And it always has. It always will. You know what? You need to take that minister off of your name. And you also need to stop leading these parents down whatever the heck it is that you're leading them down, because that's what's happening. And when we get here, and we're almost here, y'all, we gonna get right here. He's gonna babble around about how, we got security and whatever. Shut up. Shut up. You have led this family down a race road. That's why I call this stuff in America. It's just a race. It's just because he's black, the other person's white, and we're all going to go down hands throwing because it's race. It's all race. Hey, but you know what happened? Your kid was the one that brought a knife to school. So I don't really know how you handle that. Go ahead there, big bro. I ain't going to listen to you. I'm going to try to fast forward you as much as I can because I can't listen to you much. I'm going to pull up your arrest record, though. Sure will. Absolutely will. But let me listen to this little mama talking. Now, I don't understand why she's talking because that's her husband standing there. Now, what I think is, can't be 100% sure, but I think that Dominique told her, no, let her talk. She'll make it be more, we'll get more sympathy from her. That's her husband. He's standing there with a bow tie on. He needs a bigger vest, but whatever. I'm not going to make fun of his clothes. I'm just saying, hey, I can't imagine a man standing there and letting a wife listen to what she says about him. I'm just like, my gosh, bro, get some dignity about yourself. Hang on.
In the education code regarding expulsion of a student, we have asked.
Listen, stop that. I don't know what happened to this, but anyway, left screen.
Several times. We didn't just rush. We have had these conversations over the last several days. And we have stated that it is just outright wrong to get involved in this. Carmelo Anthony doesn't have to walk. He doesn't have to involve in any senior activities. But Carmelo
Oh, but that didn't happen though. That didn't happen though, bro. He did walk. Y'all got everything that y'all wanted. The only person that didn't get to do anything was the one that Carmelo actually killed, and that's Austin Metcalf. Dum-dum.
Carmelo Anthony is a 3.7 GPA student. And if he doesn't even go to class for the remainder of the year, he would graduate. Okay? We've asked that Frisco do not make a decision in this situation. But Frisco ISD has notified of their intent to expel Carmelo Anthony from school 1 month before his high school graduation. That just shows me.
No, at Ostrich, he shouldn't. But he did. And he did. And then he's gone off to college. Like I feel like I'm I don't know. I hate this thing. I don't like it. It's new. The producer brought it over tonight. No, he shouldn't. He shouldn't. And he's gone off to college. And then they just now put him back into jail. I mean, the F directly off. I can't stand this mess. And you know, you forget that there's a victim here, and his mother kept reaching out to the school system asking, why, like, my son can't graduate. Why are y'all allowing him to do this? And then they want to sit here and act like, you know, oh, and these are both beautiful kids. I don't get it. I don't understand what happened. They're both smart. They're both brilliant. Yeah. Carmelo didn't have to attend the rest of the year. He didn't have to walk or do anything to get a diploma, but they still let him do it. And the school system, I don't know. I've got to look further into that because it really upsets me the way they treated Megan Metcalf. It's sad. Yes, he's in college. Well, now they arrested him because, you know, his trial's coming up. So, but they've been living high on the hog, honey. They've got all kinds of money raised up with this dude. And now, you know what the sad thing is? It was for his, you know, attorney, and he's got a public defender. And these two right here, they've been living a bigger life. They bought a bigger house. They got bigger cars. It's just a freaking, oh, it's a joke, man. I got to be quiet. Hold on. I love you, Ostrich. Hold on.
That Frisco ISD is trying to push off the blame. And what I have not heard the media say, as many media outlets have asked us what went on, I'm trying to find how many of y'all have asked the superintendent or one single board of trustee, why didn't you cancel or postpone? With weather in that magnitude, you couldn't have a track meet in rain or thunderstorm or clouds. Y'all are the media. Ask your journalists, your weather journalists, how the weather was that day and that time. Y'all do that research. Because as a person who is the administrator of yet children,
Okay, I'm going to fast forward him a little bit because that's the longer version of the one I listened to. And I can't listen to this bro that long. Just can't. I can't stand people that claim they're ministers and they're this and they're that and they're whatever. And the weird thing is he took over this family. I mean, I'm sorry. He just did. He took over this family. He's rude. And hold on, let me see what she's got to say. I mean, she's cute. I don't have any hatred for anybody. It's just that I don't like it. It's a simple case. Yes, he did blame the weather. Yeah, he did. Yep. And I'm going to tell you, I got to look into it further, Ostrich, but I'm telling you, I've been looking into his daddy because I think that his daddy was pissed off for some reason about Austin and that he was thinking that like they were in competition for scholarships and stuff. Like that's what I truly believe this. I do. I think that Carmelo being so upset after what had happened, but it's still scary because he stabbed him right in the heart. I mean, he just, God bless. Ew, it's so gross to me. Hold on. Let's just let her talk.
And giving her the respect that she deserves.
Move along.
Whatever you think what happened between Carmelo and the Metcalf boys, my 3 younger children, my husband, and I didn't do anything to deserve to be threatened, harassed, and lied about. The lies and false accusations that have been said about us, especially over the past week, has been overwhelming. The lies and their amplification put my family in danger, as well as everyone in our community, everyone involved in the investigation, from the police, the attorneys, and the court staff. Our address and my husband's previous employer's address has been put on all social media platforms. My husband had to take a leave of absence because he's afraid of what may happen to our family.
Now, I'm not being rude here, but I'm just saying, I wouldn't let my wife be talking on behalf of me. I mean, if you've got mental issues or whatever, I don't know. I don't know. This seems like a Dominique Alexander move, in my opinion. I mean, dude, you're there. You're his dad. You're not his stepdad. You're his dad. So why aren't you talking about your son? Why are you putting your wife out there? Talk about you and your mental issues because of what happened. And your kid did it. Your kid did it. So what is your problem? Why aren't you talking? Just wondering. Just asking a question. But anyway, hold on. Oh my gosh.
His mental health is deteriorating day by day. We have endured death threats. My 13-year-old daughter is afraid to sleep in her own bedroom because she's fearful of.
Well, it's probably rude for me to stop her right there, but my thing is, honey, you wouldn't let Carmelo come back to your home. So your 13-year-old daughter, she was scared of him. So let's not go there. Now, I'm just going to move along here with Dominique Alexander, and then I'm going to bed. Because, ma'am, first of all, I wouldn't let anybody, and I don't know why your husband let some other man tell you what to say, but that's exactly what happened here. It's really sad, in my opinion. It's really sad, and I hope that there's justice in this. I really do. I totally hope that there is, but there's just, everything just comes down. It's not about what the crime is. It's about the color of your skin and whatever, and who you can get to back you and all those things. I'm just not about that. That stuff just bothers me so much. I feel like it's just so sick to me. And, these crimes and things that take place, this doesn't matter. That doesn't matter, ma'am. None of that stuff matters. And the Metcalf home was swatted 4 or 5 times, and your home had not been swatted before this. I'm just saying, y'all had pizzas delivered to your house. I'm not saying that that's normal, but I'm just saying, like, your home wasn't swatted. I mean, once I dig all the things up and put them out here, then, well, we can see exactly why people look at y'all as strange. Because y'all have used all this money that y'all have raised off Gifts and Go. $600,000. And then now your son, after he's gone off to college, I guess y'all felt comfortable. I guess that's what I would say. Y'all probably felt comfortable. Carmelo's out. He's going to do his thing. And, we got our man friend here, Dominique Alexander, the thug. And he's going to take care of everything. And he's going to go off to college. And then, he got arrested again. He had to go back to jail. And then you're pissy, weren't you? Because you're upset. But you didn't want him in your home. Y'all didn't want Carmelo back in your house after this happened? Like, be real, girl. Come on. I just wouldn't be this dumb. I certainly would not, sit here and trust an idiot like Dominique Alexander. Like, what? Okay, hold on. Let me pull this one up here, and then we'll be done, guys. Ostrich. Ostrich, I mean this from the bottom of my heart. I appreciate you being here. Anybody that watches this after, please hit the thumbs up and the like, subscribe, do whatever we got to do. I'm just trying to grow my little channel here, but I ain't going low. I am not going to sit here and cover certain things out here. I would knock on some housewives. That'd be fun, but I am not going anything dirty and low. But if I wanted to, I mean, I could just pop up something off of, Brittany, I'd have like 300 people here. It's sad. Like, honestly, it's kind of stupid and sad. People should care more about like real things instead of that. I think it's weird. I think it's completely weird. Here, hang on here. Let's listen to him. This is CBS Texas.
He stands charged
out of
with
Dallas.
2 counts of family violence tonight.
Uh-oh.
Andrea Lucia live for us over at the Dallas County Jail with what we know about all this. Andrea?
Well, Doug, Dominique Alexander stood before a judge here at the jail late this evening to hear the charges against him. It was during that hearing he learned that an emergency protective order was being issued against him. A source familiar with this investigation tells me Alexander's girlfriend has accused him of attacking her twice within the last couple of weeks.
Because you continue to come after us.
A prominent activist who has often clashed with Dallas police over claims of brutality, Dominic Alexander is now facing his own allegations of violence. He was arrested this afternoon on 2 charges of assault involving the mother of his 2 children. A judge issued an emergency protective order tonight, barring him from making contact with the victim.
You are not to go to or within 500 feet of the residence or place of employment of the person listed in your order.
According to a source familiar with the investigation, the victim accused Alexander of slamming her head against a wall and, in a separate incident, choking her. Hours before the arrest, he posted on social media, writing, "Thank you, everyone, for your love and prayers for me and the victim. For God will direct our path." Bond was set at just over.
And so this is my big issue. Then I'll close and be done. Well, I will show her, I guess, her whatever she's talking about. Like, she's just out there talking, and there's a lot of drama. You know how people are. But my thing is that, see, I get really sick of people being narcissistic and then using God and acting like, bro, you did what you did because you've been accused of it. And like, not accused, you were convicted of it. You were. And I'll pull up your court documents. I definitely will. It don't hurt my feelings none, Dominique Alexander. Doesn't hurt my feelings at all. But anyway, I'm waiting to, the trial is going to be on, let me get back to a better screen because this dummy, or not her, but just, I don't need her up here. I'd rather show. Yeah, I'd rather just show him, honestly, because he's the victim, and that's what we deserve to do here. So let me try to pull this over here. Well, I don't know. I gotta make my stuff small. It doesn't matter. I don't care. I don't even have to be in this picture. Just be him. Can just be Austin, because Austin Metcalf was a great person, and I don't just buy that off the internet. I mean, his family speaks so well of him, and his church community. He had a great kid, like a great promising future in football, and he was the leader. 3.97 GPA. Now, Carmelo Anthony did too. He did. They both did. That's why it just makes me sad, because, what really happened and what was the motivation. And I don't feel sorry for Carmelo. I mean, you still know right from wrong, bro. Then you brought a knife to a track meet. And to me, that's just where it ends. I'm done. I said that from the very beginning of my life. I'm done. Like, you just can't do those things. And if you do, then okay, anything else after that is not even important because you broke your school laws and what they expect for you to behave by. So anyway, yeah, it's just been a whole lot with this case with Dominique Alexander. He's an idiot. Yes, exactly. Justice for Austin. And I feel very sad for his parents. Their home was swatted, like, I don't remember how many times, but it was a lot. And I mean, the Anthony's, they had pizzas delivered to them. I never heard of their home being swatted, but they had like a pizza delivered to them or something, and they found it weird or whatever. And I don't know. And I used to really respect like Pascal and stuff like that. And he just turned weird. I mean, crime is crime. If you can't look at that, it's just crime, and stop like looking at it as something that it's not, then I don't really understand you. And that's the reason why I'm here. So, Ostrich, thank you for being here. And you better go to bed. I'm going to go to bed. I mean, I'm hoping I can go to bed. I've just been so wilded out with this past week. I just haven't been able to sleep. But I will, thank you for being here, Ostrich. I will be here though. And I really want to be able, they're limiting the court hearing and all this stuff and whatever. I think that'll be a benefit though for Austin Metcalf's family, honestly. It just breaks my heart. Like I don't like this turning into a race thing. You can read the police report and he said he did it. I'm not alleged. I did it. Okay. Well then what happened? Dominique Alexander happened. Anyway, love you, Ostrich. Anybody else that may watch this after? Ostrich is just up here with me in this morning, and I appreciate her for doing that. Appreciate it. I do. But I'll be back, guys. I hope y'all have a good Mother's Day, and I appreciate you all. Especially you, Ostrich. You're number one here in my chat. What'd you say? But you have to go to bed. Go to bed, girl. I gotta go to bed too. I can't sleep. Ever since Nat, I can't sleep. I slept most of the afternoon. Now my sleep schedule's just jacked up and I don't know. Thank you for being here though. You go to church because I'm trying to go to church today too. I'm running on adrenaline and nerves. But anyway, appreciate you being here and you have a good Mother's Day, Ostrich. All right, I'm going to call this a good night. Anybody that rewatches, please hit a thumbs up and a like for me. I would greatly appreciate that. Bye, guys. Bye, Ostrich. Love you.